All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about doing root divisions. And so first thing we're going to be looking at plants that produce bulbs or corms, kind of our thick fibrous rooted clumpers. So down here, I'm going to kind of pull some things out of the way. So we have some bulb plants growing right here. I can't remember what these ones were. And that's the whole thing too. That's cool, is it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you know its growth habit, they're easy to propagate. So you can see here, these are all growing. You can see the leaves coming up. And they're all growing in a pretty thick, dense clump. So I could either have a really thick clump, or I could dig some of this up and divide them out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hori-hori, and I'm just gonna kind of get in there. I could also use a shovel as well, just dig up the whole clump, but I'm just gonna take out a little section, kind of get in there deep around it. Let's try to pop up. Okay, here we are. So I popped up some of these. Now I'm just gonna free up some of the little dirt. And look at that. You can see I got these bulbs and they're all kind of like jumbled up together. And so I can just take like something like this and I can just pull this apart. So one way is sometimes you can often just free it up with your fingers. So I'm just gonna kind of try to separate this little bulb from this big bulb. And actually, I think I might use my trusty snips for this. That way I make sure I leave a little bit of root on both. There we are. And you see that, I got this nice bigger one here. And then I got this as a whole new plant I can branch out. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, so you can see this one. Here's a larger bulblet with this like large bulb with this smaller bulblet growing off the side. So I can just kind of, I'll try teasing apart. That one teased apart pretty nicely, so you can see there. Make sure you have a little bit of roots on there. And this is really nice because I can start transplanting these and expanding this patch of bulb plants. And from one, I can get many. Here's another one. You can see sometimes they'll start out really small. Sometimes the really small ones I'll leave to grow out. So one more time. Got this one here. I'm just gonna spread apart some of the dirt. You can see there's one individual there. You can see here the bulblets can be quite small. So you can see this one. But that is enough. Just because it has that little bit of rootless with some leaf on it, that is enough to start a whole new plant. So from that tiny clump, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individuals just from this teeny clump. So that's a little bit how you divide bulbs, corms, and other those fibrous rooted plants.